All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors and respect to the elders and to the apostles of the great millstone. Peace and blessing to all Akim that are preaching and teaching this word with 100% truth and sincerity. And unto the men, women, and children that are listening and learning. And unto the Ba'ath Abadah, the elect house of David that is scattered abroad, I give you my utmost and sincere salutations. Okay, so it's going to be a little quick hit from my camp lesson from Wednesday afternoon about, being prepared for hell. Everybody's going to go through it. Even the elect are going to go through hell, but they're guaranteed salvation. They were ordained. Plain and simple. But for those who fear the Lord and serve Him, this is what's going to happen in those times of trouble. Okay. This is going to be the book of Isaiah, chapter 65. Book of Isaiah, chapter 65, verse 11. I'll start at verse 11. But ye are that they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for the troop, and that furnish the drink offering of that number. Verse 12. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and I did choose that wherein I delighted not. So, mainly going into you 2/3, roughly paraphrasing from from 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 17. Judgment must first begin at the house of Israel, the house of the Most High. So, if it first begin with us, what do you think is going to happen to those that obey not the gospel? But mainly, this is for the 2/3. Those that would not listen when they were called, or did not answer when they were called. So, in that day, they're not going to have any excuse. Because they've seen the men out there on the highways and byways. They heard us, but they choose not to listen. They chose not to take heed and to listen. So, they're it's crazy how a lot of Israelites are going to die out here that are marked for death. The more you think about it, you just hope and pray that you're not a part of that number. Now, verse 13, it says right here, Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. So, in that time of trouble, the ones who have been keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their ability, as well as, doing what is required, they're going to be taken care of. They're going to be all right. But for the 2/3, you're going to have to suffer all these things. You're going to be dying of hunger, thirst, and you're going to be ashamed. You're going to be severely humbled to the point where, you thought the bad could save you. You thought, having all this was going to do you any good. This also, you have to understand, this, you have to give up everything of this world to get somewhere, basically. So it says right here, verse 14, Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. All right? Lord willing, we're of the elect, we're going to be all right. We're going to still go through some things, but the Lord's going to make sure that we make it through it. He's going to feed us. give us drink. You know, he's gonna have our back. You know, we're gonna see in those days who the Lord's really with. And you shall cry for sorrow of heart, which means you're gonna lose everything, whether it be your possessions, people you care about. You shall howl for vexation of spirit. You're gonna be crying because you're gonna be in that state of anguish and despair. You know, again, hopefully I myself, and as well as you sincere brothers and sisters, aren't part of that number, the majority that's going to be wiped out. Again, you know, we go back up to verse 11. But ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink offering of that number. Okay? You 2/3 did it to yourselves. You know, we tried to help you. We gave you warning, but you wouldn't listen. So, get a script here. This is going to be the book of John. I just skipped it. The book of John, the 8th chapter, verse 44. And it says, actually, you know what? Let me start at okay. Here we are. Let me see. I'm gonna start at verse 41. John 8 and 41. Ye do the deeds of your father. Then said they to him, we be not born of fornication. We have one Father, even the Most High. Yahushua said unto them, if the Most High were your Father, ye would love me. For I proceeded forth, and came from the Most High. Neither came I of myself, but he sent me. Verse 43, why do ye not understand my speech? Even because ye cannot hear my word. Verse 44, ye are of your father the devil. You know, if you, it's as simple as this. If you despise the prophets out here on the highways and byways, if you despise the Lord's men, you despise Yahushua, and then if you despise the Son, you despise the Father. It's that simple. We are all on one accord. We are all in unity. So if you 2/3 continue down this path, well, ultimately the Lord's in control. So whoever he wants, that's who he's going to preserve. So verse 44, ye are of your father the devil, and the lusts of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth. Because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh the lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. In verse 45, and because I tell you the truth, you believe me not. Also, there's another one I'm going to get in the book of Galatians here. Galatians chapter 4, verse 16. And it says, am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? So, again, you know, everybody's so brainwashed by these lies from Evil E, you know, that when you speak the truth, they look at you funny. Or they think that you're crazy, or they think that you're wrong. Because everyone's been brainwashed into believing a lie. That when the truth comes out, you're seen as something, you're made a, you're basically made a spectacle. In their eyes, you're a fool. But in the eyes of the Lord, you're not a fool. Okay? Let me get that. Let's see. 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 10. It says, "We are fools for Hamashiach's sake, but ye are wise in Hamashiach. We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised." So in the eyes of the people of this world, we're despised. But in the eyes of the Lord, we are strong, wise, and honorable because we're doing the right thing by Him. Because remember, the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. So it's by Him, not by man. Okay? And because we're seen as fools in this society, they don't realize that when in their time of trouble, they're going to be the ones that are going to suffer. This is going to be, I'm going to close out with this. It's going to be Proverbs. Oh, skipped. Proverbs 1 and 26. So, just remember this. Those times you mocked and scoffed us, this is what's going to happen to you. Proverbs 1 and 26. "I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh." 27. "When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish shall cometh upon you." So, Yahweh Hashem Ashai is going to be laughing at your pain. Put simply. Verse 28. "Then shall they cry, shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me." Why is that? Well, verse 29 says, "For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord." There's your answer. So, you 2/3, like I said, when that day comes, when the Lord decides to pay you a visit, you'll have no excuse because you heard the word, but you chose to ignore. The word was right there. The men out there in the highways and byways, it was right there. "Then you shall know that a prophet hath been among you." Alright, that was just a quick hit on, doing my camp lesson from Wednesday afternoon. So, just want to let you know, man, we'll see who the Lord's going to really be with in these days and who's going to, be taken care of. And with that, I'd like to give all the honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors and respect to the elders and to the apostles of the great millstone. Peace and blessing to all Akim that are preaching and teaching this word with 100% truth and sincerity. And unto the men, women, and children that are listening and learning, and unto the Biathad of Adat, the elect house of David that is scattered abroad, I give you my utmost and sincere salutations. See you in the next lesson, Lord willing. Kwam Yasharala, Wa Abababal, Shalom, Barakatham.